Hey, ba welcome to Coco's Corner. I am the huge one, Dave Coco from CocoSports.com or KOCOSports.net. It takes you to the same place. It's where the world comes to kick ass. You're home for combat sports, and above all, where it's okay to be a passionate fan. This is our weekly Ring of Honor wrestling review. It's for the TV show of 11:29 or 11:30, depending on how you when you've watched it. I saw some places on the internet said it aired the 29th. I see some places on it said it aired the 11th. This was the last television taping towards their pay-per-view. So please, in the comments below, if you saw it, what did you think? Win, loss, or tie? I'm giving it a win because it got me pumped up for Final Battle this weekend, and I'm looking forward to that. I might do a pay-per-view profits on that. I don't know. Ring of Honor, for us, gets the least amount of views, so maybe a pay-per-view profits. Maybe someone could sneak one out, but it just depends on my schedule tomorrow. But overall, I give this show a win. Was it perfect? No. Was there some mistakes? Yeah. But they did something that Ring of Honor hasn't been doing. They got me pumped up for the pay-per-view. I was just like, oh, yeah, pay-per-view this weekend. Because usually, one critique I've had of Ring of Honor in the past is their television show and their pay-per-view show are two different worlds. They're two different Ring of Honors. But for the first time in a real long time, both of those Ring of Honors combined. You get to watch this show, and the main event had Adam Cole versus Matt Sydal, and all the storylines and everything built up for this pay-per-view on December 7th. So to me, it was about damn time, Ring of Honor, you became one company again. All right, let's break this down. This was a TV taping that took place in Florida. That is important for me breaking down this match, and you'll see why in a second. It was QT Marshall's return. QT Marshall, I saw him wrestle in Florida in a shed. It was a fucking garage. It was a shed. He was there. He was wrestling. There was more people on the roster than were in the crowd. And I saw QT Marshall. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Maybe he'll make it here somewhere someday. And he goes to Ring of Honor. And he becomes a big star. And I'm like, way to go, QT Marshall. But then he doesn't get over. He gets over like a wet fart, I guess. Not too much. And then he returns, and the commentary team's trying, like, oh, it's QT Marshall. Look out, folks. Here he comes. God's gift. If he's God's gift, I hope people kept gift receipts. And then the whole time, I got in, a lot of times you're a human being and you get defensive mode. You're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. It's the Northeast. If this was in Florida, QT Marshall would be over. And then I look in the crowd, and there's a Tampa Bay Rays hat. I'm like, dude, no one outside of Florida even knows who the Tampa Bay Rays are. I was like, this is still in fucking Florida. Not only did he get probably one of the worst reactions for a return ever, it was in his home state. In his home state. QT Marshall, I love the Florida Independents. I have a little soft spot in my heart, and I defend them. That's why I love Roderick Strong so much. But QT Marshall, wow, bro. Wow. You couldn't even... Why? Couldn't you pick up a prostitute, bring her to the ring so that she can at least clap for you? I've never seen an audience dead that much. I'm like, and then I'm starting to make excuses for my main man, QT Marshall. I'm like, oh, okay, well, he's a Florida guy. Florida fans are known for being dead. Maybe they're just tired. Maybe it's been a long day. Hard times. Maybe they work triple overtime. And then Cheeseburger comes out to a pop. And I'm just sitting there with my forehead in my hand going, it's over, QT Marshall. Wrap this wrestling career up. Put a bow on it. It's done. QT Marshall versus Cheeseburger. Really entertaining match, but it's kind of like awkward. You're like, oh, why is this happening? All right, it's happening. I'm a big fan of Cheeseburger. I do root for Florida independent guys, but QT Marshall, I'm sorry, brother. QT Marshall does win via Dominator. It was an okay opening match. It was kind of weird, like, why these two guys? But then they did something awesome. QT Marshall gets on the mic and says he didn't come back to face underdogs. He came back to face the best. and he called out the champion. And for some reason, in wrestling, I don't know about you, but when I see an American wrestling product and they call it the champion, I just assume nothing is going to happen. American pro wrestling has convinced me that if you call out the champion, nothing will happen. Surprise! Nothing will happen. All right. So I'm just like, oh, whatever. When are they going to go to commercials? Don't worry. They get their commercials in, all right? But out of nowhere, Jay Briscoe's music hits. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, the concept, the idea that the actual champion would fucking man up and show up blows my fucking mind. That's what's wrong with the American pro wrestling on every fucking level. Why the fuck don't the champs ever fucking when they get called out, just fucking show up and whoop some fucking ass? Well, I salute you, Jay Briscoe, because you're the first American champion ever, sarcasm, ever, that fucking dare show up at Open Challenge. I salute you, Jay Briscoe. And Jay Briscoe comes down and just beats fucking QT Marshall down. Just beats him down with strikes, big clotheslines, everything. Hits the Jay Driller for the win. And just because, God forbid, a champion shows up to fucking answer an Open Challenge, I was just like, it's so simple. It's fucking genius. That makes every champion, WWE, TNA, fucking Lucha Underground doesn't have a champion, but it makes every champion in the fucking world, even the UFC champions, look like punk-ass bitches, all right? If there's an Open Challenge, just go out there and whoop some fucking ass, Stone Cold style. The only negative about this was this. The commentators were like, is this a championship match? Is this a non-title match? Why do something special and then jizz on it by saying, is this a non-title match? Fuck you. Jay Briscoe is a goddamn man. He went out there, whooped some ass, and the title was on the line. Fucking Kevin Kelly. This is a non-title match? Fuck you, Kevin Kelly. You know, it's Kevin Kelly's the type of fucking guy. You're fucking this hot-ass bitch, and you're like, hell yeah, this is going down. And Kevin Kelly just pops up and be like, hey, do you think she has AIDS? Thanks, Kelly. Appreciate you ruining the moment, brother. Thanks for being there for me. Fucking Kevin Kelly. Anyway, I don't even know if it was him that said it. I just like picking on Kevin Kelly. It was most likely him. I feel bad now, because what if it was not Kevin Kelly? Then I fucking win the Jerk of the Year award. I've been wrong before. Anyway, then they show a video highlighting the decade, and it was just awesome because they showed it throughout history. They made the pay-per-view look big. They made the storyline look big. I am a huge fan. And this is why probably Matt Stryker is one of my favorite announcers. I'm a huge fan of someone who pays attention to the product and they pay attention to to storyline. I'm sorry, I'm dying. Anyway, so yeah, I thought the video package of the decade was awesome. They showed how it was created at last year's Final Battle. They showed the storyline, and I was just like, you know what? I miss fucking wrestling companies paying attention to its own history. Ring of Honor, wherever you are, you're probably not listening to this podcast, but let me be delusional for a second. Ring of Honor, wherever you are, give yourself a Barry Horowitz for doing the right fucking thing. Actually paying attention to your own goddamn storylines. Then Adam Page with BJ Whitmore wrestles Aaron Solo. Adam Page wins. Guillotine Driver. Pretty short match. A lot of these matches were super short, uninterested. They saved most of the bulk time for the main event, which is a good thing, but there is one mistake that they do, and we'll get to that. Afterwards, Page takes the mic and cuts a promo on Roderick Strong. It wasn't the best promo. It wasn't the worst promo. It reminded me of like really old school promos. He had young boy references and all that stuff. So it was a decent promo. It got the point across. And then Roderick Strong comes out and they chase Page and Whitmer to the back. And I'm a huge Roderick Strong fan, so I hope Roderick Strong beats the fucking living piss out of this guy on pay-per-view. If not, I'll be all heartbroken. Now, then they go to the main event. Most of the time goes to the main event, which is a good thing. And they have Matt Sydal versus Adam Cole. And I apologize that I'm coughing. I'm dying, so That awkward moment is brought to you by CocoSports.net. But it was a pretty decent match. It started off quick, but then this is what I'm complaining about. And I didn't know how great of a thing this was. You know, it's kind of like, you're like, oh, fuck, who needs heated seats in a car? Then you get heated seats in a car, and you're like, holy shit, I'm never buying a car without heated seats again. Lucha Underground showed me what it was like to have a television show where the commercials are not in the middle of the match. And I didn't know how great of a thing that was. It was fucking fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. They did 2 commercial breaks, and the segment of the match in the middle, I was just like, what the fuck just happened? You really going to another commercial break? Listen, dude, I will buy your goddamn knee braces right now. Just fucking don't go to another commercial break. It ends up pretty. The match then picks up towards the end. Adam Cole wins via Florida Key after a super kick, and overall pretty good match. Match of the night without a doubt. But and they also had Lethal on commentary the whole time, putting the storyline over, and it was really interesting. So I can't wait to see those 2 guys go at it. Lethal and Sydal, after the match, start brawling. Jay Briscoe comes out and attacks Cole because Cole is Randy Orton, attacked Papa Cena. Ciampa follows out and attacks Briscoe. And I'm just like, this is all. Tell Ciampa. I don't want to be disrespectful. Can anyone tell Tommy? No one get. Ooh. Sydal. Tommy Tampa doing her. That guy wandering into your fucking store. No one wants you to be. Goddamn. Right here, Tommy Tampa. This is a horrible line. He's not getting the character, getting the storyline. I would pay money to see Jay Briscoe versus Adam. I would pay money to see Lethal. It goes away. Oh, I thought it was a huge win. Pumped up. Bam, bam. LK on Twitter at LK Wrestling. He liked us and tweeted us. Retweet. Thank you for the likes on. To the LK win for me. After the show and review. Looking forward to your review. LK Wrestling, I do, except he's go over there and show him some love. Like, comment, subscribe, follow him on. You know what to do. Radius. So, reviews. All right. Please subscribe to us. Some people push the limits. Comment, subscribe on my channel. But I subscribe on my channel. Channels. Let's go. Come on. Anyway, so it's.net. It's Hall of Fame month. It's fantasy so going on activity. Scott, Dave earning soon. Great guys. Is writing a lot of great. Get your #1 stop. Our goal for YouTube channel, the community get big. Eventually, that community's #1 stop for combat sports news and CocoSports.net. All right, tomorrow, maybe a Ring of Offense. All right, like, comment, subscribe. CocoSports.net. And with over. Bum, 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 bum.